streaming. Oh, wait, shit. Where is my... There we go. Okay, now we're up. Test. Okay, coolio. Got the chat open, great. And, oh, you know what? Forgot to share the link. Copy link. And at everyone. Okay, this is a Sunday stream. Sunday dev stream. What are we doing today, actually? We're doing interactivity templates, FSM templates. Rusty Chicken, what is up? Just a second, let me see. Interactivity templates. Enter, send now. There we go. Sup, my brother? What is up, my brother? My brother, Rusty Chicken. How you doing, man? Fusion says, sup. What's up? What's goody? I got some goodies planned. Got some nice little, I mean, it honestly, there's so many new things that I want to show you guys. I'll show you in a little bit, but what I want to do is, like, I just want to start cracking open some of these doors. Because my door FSMs have been done since forever. Show and Explorer, Paris Blend, and what I want to do is just get some of these things all sorted out. The thing is, a lot of my work lately has been programming, but what I wanted to do was sort of get to a point where, let's see, where is it? It's over here. Where I can have a bunch of FSM templates and then show you how I hook them up. I think it's kind of what I did last time, right? I think I made some of the FSM templates control and on the stream last time. So I'm just I'll probably use some of the ones that the new ones I've made. I'll definitely use some of the new ones I've made. Let me just fix up this door really quick, because it's one big piece right now and it needs to be two. So let's go boom, boom. Okay, and then 3. I swear to God, I'm doing programming today. This is just really quick. Separate selection. Okay, now it's 2 doors. And I'm just gonna fill this face up really quick. Okay, UV, cube project, and then a G, scale it down, something like that. Same thing with this one. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is I'll put the template that I've made for doors. In fact, you know what I'll do? I'll probably end up redoing the door FSM that I've made, the template, because the other one uses these tween actions that could be a little funky. And I already kind of have an idea of how I fix it. So it's NBD. Cool, so here are our doors. I believe that's good enough. And I'll just put them in a, whatchamacallit. Let me put this on here. Cube projection. I'll put these in an empty to change their position. To change their, I'm sorry, their what do you call it? Their pivot point. G, boom, S, boom. Okay, I think we're never gonna see the fucking tops of these doors. Whatever. I'll change it another time. Okay, saving that. Let's see how long Unity takes to get that update. Diligently working away on all my new NPC spells, visuals for the magic weapons and armors, steadily writing and installing quests as fast as I can. Brilliant. Content phase, initiate. I kind of feel like that's, no, I'm still heavily in programming. The thing is, like, I'm chipping away at programmatic stuff. Oh, that was quick. Oh, you know, I need to import the other one. So this is here, and it's probably this one, right? And then this one uses this, which is also that. There you go. Yeah, so what I've been doing is like programming like a system. Like I did the stashing system. I'm working on the stashing system and the inventory stuff. and it works pretty good right now. But to make those, I had to make the object, excuse me, the object templates to make things into objects. And once I made those, I just started horsing around and producing content because that shit was fun. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, you could just start slapping that FSM on everything and turning everything into an object. Like, I immediately started making food. Let's see. Okay, where's this? Are these doors too big? Oh no, they're just right. They're just right. Right there. And right here. Wow, you've done a lot since the last time I saw your devlogs. When was the last time you saw my... It kind of has been a minute, huh? Since maybe October? Is that it? So it's been like maybe 3 months? Is that when the last devlog was? How you guys doing? How you doing, Fusion? Okay. So I'm going to take these two. So it's this one and this one. I'm going to put these two together. These two, I'm going to create an empty parent, call them Paris apartment entrance, and these are super imperfect right now. I don't know. Let me see. What do they look like in here? That one's on that side. That one's on that side. Okay. So pretty much what I want to do is like make them so like right there, and this one goes right there. Maybe a little bit more. Is there a gap in here? Or is that fine? There's kind of a gap in here. Let's say that's good enough for now. And let's scooch this back a little bit. Like that. Okay. And then with it selected, I'll do create empty, and I'll call this door pivot, and I'll move it right here, and we'll just kind of get it right here at the edge like that. I'll take it out and then parent it like that, and now that should be able to rotate how I like. Yeah, cool. And we'll do the same thing with this one. I redid the human to dragon transition as well, so it's a bit smoother and the particle effects a bit flashier. Nice. Yeah, that does help a lot. Like, I feel like with your I forget what you're calling it, the system to transform into other things. That's going to be one of the more satisfying parts, is that moment that you get where people turn into the other thing. Let's see, door pivot again. Okay, and scooch it over. Let's see, that door is right there. Where's this door pivot? Like right there, maybe? Put it in there. Okay, cool. Does this one work now? All right. So now I can just, like, with it selected, this door pivot, right click to add FSM, paste template, doors, doors. I forget if it was door standard rotate or door. Which one's door? This one is not it. Okay, so hold on, I forgot what the name of these are. And you know what? Because of that, what I'm gonna do, let's see, doors, just door. I'm gonna select this and I'm gonna delete it. Yes. Okay. And with this, we're gonna use doors standard rotate. There we go. And this is the one I want to edit. But essentially now what I could do is, I'm not even going to bring the character player over here, the player character over here. I'm just going to fire it off by hand. So if I hit this, or interact event, there we go. I guess it does matter if the character's over here, because yeah, let's actually put the character over here. Another thing is, I don't believe I've put a collider on this yet. I'm gonna put a collider on it right now. I need to hide you guys for a second. Let's put in just a box collider. Okay, good enough. I remember seeing a devo in like dev, I think, around holiday time, like a devlog in like December around holiday. Okay, yeah. That's the last one, because yeah, Memories of the Spies devlog, the last one that came out was around that time. Pretty sure I have all my moving parts done for the most part until I run into something I haven't made yet. I have played through it as a few different classes, major difference in playstyles. That's nice, replayability. Broken Bones, just saw the Discord notification. What's up? How's it going, Broken Bones? How you doing? How's it going? And it's about 24 hours-ish so far to be able to level up skills and character enough to play through everything that is in existence so far. Damn, that's a lot of time. I meant seeing a devlog in December. Right. I guessed it. I was like, those look like those letters should mean December. Does this have... I'm going to put... Let's see, add component. I'm going to put a box collider on this as well. A lot of these box collider things are temporary right now because they're just going to take up like the whole damn space. Like, I think I'm even going to be able to walk. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see how well this works. Okay, so let's take a little spin. Let's see if my guy can get over here. You guys want to see what I did add before I go over to test that door? There's been some exciting progress done. Been experimenting with IK stuff that I took out. None of that's in right now. But so that's why my head's wobbly. Don't mind that. It's not going to be how it really is. But yeah, like I think last time we had that, right? The interaction system. Oh look, that's funny. I think these box colliders are fucking me up. Let's see. Yeah, I think I got stuck in a box collider. Let me check. The thing is, I haven't been making any like proper colliders for anything. Oh shit, what's that about? Hold on. I'm just straight up stuck. Let's see, player mode, controls, interact, move. I'm just in running. Oh, you know what? Because I was gonna change. Yeah. My bad. I was in the middle of changing some shit last time. Let me just change move. Running. I'm gonna get rid of this float compare for now. I think in this vector 3 compare. Yeah, let's see if this works. Sorry. Let's see. Walking just fine. Oh, and I guess I should show you. Right. There we go. It's all blown out over here. I do want to figure out a way to match the editor with the game view. I guess it's kind of hard because it's a dynamic, whatchamacallit, exposure. But yeah, so still got to put, see, I'm still like moonwalking. Got to put in some of those animations and everything. But for the most part, I got that out. Oh, there is some IK stuff in here. Yeah, look at, so I forgot. If you look up, you look up. If you look down, look down. No big deal with that stuff. The stuff that I was having fun with was trying to get it successfully to at least reach out and grab the things that your character's grabbing. But every time I wanted to pull it to your face so you can rotate it and examine it, that was kind of a pain in the ass. Yeah, so I can like grab this, right? Still have my thing. You can rotate your eclair, right? And then I could stash it into this this cash register. So it puts it in there because it's small enough to fit. I could take this plate and stash it into the cash register because it's small enough. I could take my little croissant and I could stash it in there. And then if I blindly grab something from the cash register, it'll just give me something random. If I put it back, grab something random again. So that's like the first level of stashing things, because if you're just kind of out in the world and you hold the interact button, or you hold inventory while looking at something, it'll randomly grab anything from inside of it if there is something inside of it. But what I want to do is have it so if you just tap I, it'll open up your inventory of the thing that you're looking at, plus your personal inventory, to have a more UI-ish one. Still not like a slot, a traditional like square grid kind of thing. I don't think, maybe. Pretty sure it's not going to be that, but like I'm trying to not make it that. But otherwise, for now, I just have the grab random shit, right? And then, so these things, all the things that you're carrying, these are like not equipped. So I could still like drop these, right? So they're still like just physics things in the world. But then you can like this, if I grab it, I'll show you this. I'm gonna drop it. And if I go over to my player, you'll see that on my player interact, I have this character surface substance amounts and character surface substances. So these are the substances that have just gotten onto my character's hands. So I was touching a croissant and this eclair, so now I have chocolate and bread flakes on my hands. And then it gives you the amount here. So I have 0.25 units of chocolate on my hand and 0.125 of bread flakes. And the more you handle something, the more of that thing you get on your hand, until it reaches the maximum amount of whatever that thing is. So if you're touching something that has chocolate on it, you shouldn't be able to get more chocolate on your hands than there even is on the thing. And that's why it's maxing out for 0.25 chocolate on that one. And then here's what's cool too, though, is that like, see this, let's see. Let me go like this. See this cup here? This cup currently doesn't have anything. You see the surface substance amounts and the surface substances? Nothing here, right? But if I go back, you know how I have all that chocolate and breadcrumbs on my hands. So if I grab this, right? You see it just added down here in this corner. It added chocolate to it. It has chocolate on it now, and it has 0.0625. So these are like very, very tiny, just trace amounts of substances that are on the surface of objects that you're interacting with. But if I put this cup down and I grab it again, now it added more. So now you can see down there in the bottom right, I have 0.125 chocolate and 0.03 for bread flakes. If I drop it again, pick it up again, more, and you could keep doing that. And the more you're handling something, the more you pick it up and put it down, pick it up and put it down. That's adding more of whatever was on your hands, the substances on your hands, onto the thing that you are carrying. LGRTMB. Who's LGRTMB? Is that Luis? Luis? It makes me think of Jackie Brown, that one character, when she's talking to Robert De Niro. She's like, Luis. Man, this is looking so good. Thank you. Wait, what if the item you're holding goes through the table or desk and you let go? So right now, hold on, let me click over to this. Right now, items don't have the collisions are disabled while you're holding it like this, I think. Are they? Or hold on. No. Actually, that's not true. They are still interacting with things. Okay. But if you let go while you're in here, I think it'll either drop through on the other side of it, or it'll get pushed out in some other direction. What if the item you're holding goes to the table or desk and you let go? Yeah, I think that answers your question. So that is a tiny bit of problematic thing, you know. But so it goes with, you know, super systemic physics-based games. You know, I gotta eat it. When they made Half-Life, or when they made Half-Life 2, they were like, you know what? There's gonna be some things that are pretty rough around the edges, pretty janky, but that's the price you pay for having all the other crazy shit in there. So anyways, there's my eclair, right? And here, I'll grab it again. And just to show you, this shirt, I believe, should be big enough to stash an eclair in. So if I put that, yeah. So this is a shirt. This is how all clothes look in the game, basically, is they come, this is a shirt, an upper body thing. The pants have a different model. But, so if you look at, if I look down, you see that my character is, or let me put this shit down. There's an eclair in these clothes, so when I put on the clothes, I'll have an eclair equipped. But yeah, if I look down, you see my character's wearing this like floral dress. It's kind of fucked up because I actually haven't finished this totally yet. This is still super early stages, but if I grab this shirt and then I use it, it puts it on, and now I look down and now I'm wearing this shirt. So that's kind of how, that is how the rest of the clothing system is going to work. And the clothing system is in layers. It's like you have the base, the very, very base layer, which is like your underwear and stuff. And then above that, well, actually, you call the second layer the base layer. But you have your underwear, and then on top of that, you have your base layer. And then on top of that, you have your outer layer. And your clothes sort of help dictate the items that you can carry. Otherwise, you're carrying things in your mouth, in your hands, and up your ass. Because those are the only places you could put things. Lugujiprudis says, yeah, okay, good, it's you. What's up, man? So that's kind of a, oh, did I show you? Yeah, I showed you the amount on there. Oh, and this is cool too, check it out. So like my player, right now I have, see right here, it says I have chocolate and bread flakes, and I have 0.25 and 0.15 of it. But then if I come over here to this sink, and I can wash my hands, if you pay attention down here in the bottom right, you'll see that those values will go away. Wait, I fucking... Is it hold? Is it not working right now? It might not even be working. Let me check. I can't tell if the event's sending or not. The thing that sucks about testing things right now is like, I don't want to turn off the IK and animation things, but it also makes it hard for me to just click on shit and test them. The faucet did not run, it looks like. Oh, it did run. It did run. Send interaction. Interact to the character sent. Yeah, character to the game object character. Send the event. It got that. Huh. Well, this was working the other day. So the AI will get more suspicious of something if they release the crumbs. If they release the crumbs or chocolate. Well, like, I do want to make field testing kits. So whether it doesn't matter if it's a player or an NPC, but basically a kit that if you find substances on something that would be considered like a significant, like whatever, like a clue kind of, or like a key or something, or even just like, yeah, if you find like a dead body or whatever, you should be able to swab it, send it into the lab, or do like a quick test. And the way you do it is like the test is there, you put the swab, like say I have that cup, right? The cup has chocolate on it. Well, the surface substance amounts aren't apparent. That's like shit you basically can't see. You won't be able to see in game. It's all black boxed as numbers. And then you would swab it and then put it into your field testing kit. And then if you have something that you suspect is on it, you could put chocolate or whatever in there, and it'll turn green if there is in fact that same substance, or it'll turn red if it is not that same substance. But that's like you have to know what you're looking for kind of thing, which is, that's the sort of downside to it being such a convenient little, field kit that you can just carry on you. But you can also send it into the lab. The downside is it's not immediate, it's not super convenient, but you could send it to the lab and they'll just tell you everything that was on it. So it's not like it has to compare to one exact thing. So you send it into the lab and they'll be like, all right, here's all the surface substances that were on it. It'll be like, oh, there's chocolate, there's breadcrumbs, there's this, and that. So the AI will realize Saudi artifact. So the AI will get more suspicious if they realize the crumbs are chocolate. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But dude, I'm surprised. Hold on. Let me see if I click on player. I just don't know if I'm hitting this right. It's I'm surprised because this faucet was working the other day. Yeah, that's weird. It was doing the whole remove thing. Lame. Anyways, okay, so that's some of that stuff. Oh, also, like, when you eat eclairs and stuff like that, the way... Oh, God, this run animation shit. Let's hope I don't fall through the floor right now. Okay, good. See, I really got to sort out this, like, IK head bobbing stuff. I already know how, and there was a point I was playing with it, but it's just like, I like seeing my character move around. If the choice was between watching Memories of a Spy game dev or the Super Bowl, I think I made the right call. Woo! Touchdown, motherfuckers. Okay, so I think here's the moment now I can test this door. And it doesn't work. Why not? Is it because there's no... how's it going, Unknown? How you doing? I'm glad you're not watching football and instead watching me try to figure out how to get doors sorted. Let me put this right here. Okay, let's see. I think these don't have colliders, huh? Yep. That's why it's fucked up. I'm also gonna put my character over here so I don't have to keep walking over every time. Game objects, move, align with view. There we go. All right, perfect. Cool. Okay, and then we'll grab this guy. The FSM is on this one, so I'm gonna easy collider this bad boy. By the way, here's my plug for Easy Collider, one of my favorite assets. So I want to get to the mesh from this and put it on this door pivot. And that way I can just add a box collider. Is that going to give me a box collider? And finish. And let's see, did it give it to me? It did not. Put it on, we're checking this, but putting it on this. Oh, duh, because I didn't do that. There we go. Add a box collider. Did it add it? How to find out. I think, oh yeah, it did. Finish, and now, there it is. Cool, 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 cool. And I'll dock this, like, right here. Okay, let's try this. Give it a spin. Sorry, why does it look so... Def love the progress. Thank you. Sorry, why does it look so empty? The world? Does the world look empty? I think it's because, like, right now I don't have all the foliage, and I don't have all the NPCs and everything right now. I know I did before, but I'm rebuilding a lot of shit. Yeah, the road is not filled out. I think the thing that stood out to me is, like, I need to put the trees back on the road, as far as, like, just the feeling of the environment. But yes, the cars and everything, I want to do that soon. I got to figure out, like, a traffic system. All right, moment of truth. There we go. Cool. And let's close the door. Great. Opens up that way. Great, 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 great. Cool. By the way, spheres and capsules are easier on the CPU than box colliders, but it all comes down to the physics matrix and which layer collides with that. Yeah, I know. That is the big Trello card that I've been putting off, is my collision matrix sort of like layers organization. But I'm gonna do it when my object interaction is done. Because when my object interaction is done, I'll have a better idea of how I want to split up. Specifically, it is like object interactions, but I already know how I'm going to do NPCs. But the object interaction thing right now is the kind of wild card. But yes, also, spheres and capsules, I don't think I've ever really considered that for, like, doors. The thing I get nervous about is, like, if I had, like, a capsule collider on this door, but then there was, like, you know, like an item on the floor I wanted to interact with. It's kind of tough. Yeah, I get, you know, are there... Here's the thing is I've been wondering is, like, my game has two ways to interact with things. When things are not equipped, when they're just in the world, and when they are equipped. And I don't think I see that in games very often, right? And I think that's where I I've kind of fucked myself over in a lot of, like, I want it, I'm sticking with it, but that system also kind of fucks me in a lot of ways. I've found myself, like, a lot of problem solving stems from the fact that, yeah, you can interact with objects if they're in the world, when you're holding them, and when you've equipped them. There's like 3 states of interaction for objects. Like, I'll show you really quick too. Let's see. Why not make some traffic lights at work and the cars to follow and make it from... I am. Dude. There's so much. Like, there's not even any NPCs. Look, there's no NPCs. I'm gonna do all that. Trust me. The traffic lights thing is probably gonna be more of an illusion. I might get nitty gritty on it and like actually have like a proper traffic system. But I think for the most part, cars are gonna be totally cosmetic. As in, they just blind. You know, like in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, you just have like cars flying. Oh no, not on doors, but for example, ragdolls. Oh yeah. Oh, check it out. Here, I'll show you. Look at. I have my guy right now. Let's see, where is he? Character F. This is the little. I made a little test stream the other day, but like on my character, I have this Ragdoll Manager, and if I just hit this, let me stop pausing it. There we go. And they're just dead. Yeah, just drag their body around. Woo. Nice. Yeah, but I definitely want to add in cars and stuff. So what was I gonna do after that? Oh, I was gonna show you the like the fucking funky ass. I hope people get this. To me, it feels really intuitive, but I feel like it's not. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. It might only feel intuitive to me because I've been doing it so much, you know? It might take some getting used to. Whoa, why is my shit... Whoa. Interesting. Capsule Collider, do you recommend the Collider asset? I absolutely do. Easy Collider is so fucking good, dude. It's especially good for making very strange geometry for things. And it's so just like... Oh, it's so good. It's honestly so good. I gotta ask, how many FSMs do you have on your player alone? So the player right now is still very lightweight, and if you see, let's zoom in. Let's get you some zoom in action. So I have my character game object. By the way, this will be a prefab. Right now it's not a prefab because it's still, I'm just building out some of the basics, and it's easier to do it this way. But then in it I have these subcategories. Let's see. So I have FSM's body mesh, which is the thing that actually has the mesh, the head mesh, and the dress mesh. Then I have all of these, joints and stuff, and then I have IK targets, and this is for all that final IK stuff. There's one on the left-hand target, but there's also one on the right-hand target, because at the beginning of the game, my character, let's see, is it in this one? I get, I forget where I put it, but in FSMs, currently, like I split FSMs into 2 categories for controls and stuff, or what type of character you are. You have player mode and NPC mode. And in player mode, they have controls, but let me get out of this really quick. Where is it? Because it can be kind of confusing doing that. I have the look FSM, the move FSM, the speed FSM, the interact FSM, the interactable info FSM. You know, that's just the shit that shows info about whatever objects you're looking at. The stashing FSM, and then do sub FSMs count? Because like in interact, I have a run FSM that runs this template object surface substance to characters, which does all the calculations for how many surface substances there are. And then in stashing, I think I also run another one. Where is it? Yeah, I run FSM for a compare bounds, because stashing is based off of the scale of the collider on all 3 axes. So like, for example, like this cash register, its X, Y, and Z axis dimensions within bounds are all bigger than that eclair. So the eclair checks, hey, is the thing you're trying to stash me in bigger than X? Yes. Cool. Is it bigger than Y? Yes. Is it bigger than my Z? Yes. And if it's all three, then I could stash it. But if any of those fail, it says this is an item that cannot fit inside of that other item. And that's what this run FSM does. So there's that one. So that's like a sub FSM, right? There's lots of little sub FSMs within these FSMs. I do a lot of this hierarchical stuff because, or else FSMs will just get very unwieldy. Like considering how crazy the player interact operations are, I think this is a relatively like clean FSM for it. But there's just a lot of other crazy shit going on in these run actions. There's that one. And then on the body mesh, I have a physical attributes manager, a skin manager, head hair manager, facial hair manager, and clothing manager. Those aren't totally done yet, but again, all that stuff is about like sort of the physical appearance, but also how your physical appearance might change because people can shave, they can cut their hair. Their facial hair will grow over time, and you should be able to shave it off and stuff like that. You should be able to dye your hair a different color. And what else? What's on character again? I feel like I'm missing. Oh, the ragdoll one's on character. And and the body mesh one, I think it also has no. Those are just the only ones in there, right? Physical attributes. But somewhere inside of the rig, that's where a lot of them are too. Because for each body part, if I turn on the gizmos, let me actually just solo my character. Oh, maybe that helps even less. She looks like she's experiencing like some sort of divine experience. Look at that. Okay. So for each of these limbs, let me turn on gizmos again and turn off Playmaker FSMs. Oh, you can't see them because the fucking... Maybe I should just Shift H again. You can see them a little better here. Yeah. So each limb has a collider. They have capsule colliders. You have the forearm, the upper arm, the sort of upper body and lower body, and then you have the thigh and the shin. And each of... Oh, and then the head. And each of these colliders you'll see over here, like if I... Like left leg has one, there we go, spine, yes. See, all these have FSMs on them too. And the FSMs, they have, for each body part, they have two different types of FSMs. Each body part has an object FSM, because anything that is interactable gets an object FSM template, because you can interact with it, but... and stash things in it. Like you should be able to, like if somebody's walking down the street, you should be able to interact with like their mouth and stuff like that. Like you should be able to like shove something in somebody's mouth. Like how they'll react to that, of course, like, you know, you should totally get burned. Ki Jang? I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to... Can you type in the phonetic way to say your name? Long time no see person. Hello. But yeah, so each limb has these colliders that have the two FSMs. One is the object, because you're able to interact with it, but also it has the type of object it is, which is a body part. And for body parts, it does all this stuff controlling whether or not it's kinematic, so I could turn on ragdolls on and off easily and stuff like that. But also because each body part is sort of assigned what layer of clothing is on it. So if you have a t-shirt, your upper arm has clothing on it, but your lower arm doesn't. And same thing with your chest, like you would have a t-shirt on. But that means your legs don't have the t-shirt sort of quality to them. And what that means is that, like, if you were interacting with somebody in this game, and you spilled like poison or chocolate or whatever the fuck on them, the substances that spill onto their body should then carry over to their clothes. So if you threw a bunch of poison on my shirt, then when I take off my shirt, I should no longer have poison on me, and that poison should still be on the shirt item. So if somebody else picked up the shirt on the street and put it on, they would have that shirt with poison on it now. But that extends also not just to like poison, but just something that is dirty or smelly. If something has a stink to it, if something has like pollen or some type of allergen, then like it could make whoever's wearing it like sneeze or go into anaphylactic shock. And yeah, so all the and they're also, every object FSM has an inventory, so you can see or I don't think it's exposed. It's not an input, but if you select the object FSM and you go into variables, they have container. Oh yeah, it's an output. So the output is an array of game object. The container is an array of game objects. So every time I stash something, when you saw me putting an eclair inside of a cache register, the cache register's object FSM template had this container say like, oh, now I have an eclair inside of me. Was Mingrui's son? That was my wife's name. Oh. Zanchi. Okay, Zanchi. Sounds really ambitious, but totally feasible. I also like how your FSMs look. Very clean with the global events. Thank you. Oh, man. Stupid me, I have not been using the categorization thing. With the slash, like, Jean got on my ass about that. He's like, dude, you got to put in, like, the, like, whatever the category. So, like, all the inventory events are, like, inventory/add, inventory/remove. And that has been huge. Just being able to select from submenus is like big one. But yeah, thanks. I try to keep it clean. Dude, me neither, right? It's so good. These are the kind of things that I flip out about. Like, there's such beautiful little quality of life improvements. What was I saying? Oh yeah, just the whole container thing with body parts. So yeah, if you're wearing like a shirt, like whatever you put in it, your body should have the container. You should be able to put something in the pocket of a shirt. You should be able to put something in the pocket of a shirt of somebody else walking by, like put a little tracking device in their back pocket, and that should be able to just work. Fuck, I gotta do that. Bro, do it. Like, it's like necessary for the kind of shit that we're making, for the kind of shit that you're making, let's clean it up. And that's why I'm like kind of thankful, because my old project, it was so far gone, and Jean caught me right at the kind of right time where I was just kind of kicking in on the new project folder and everything, and just setting up things, and I was like, okay, I got lucky on this one. But okay, that's kind of how things. That's generally how things look. I hope that answered your question as far as like how many FSMs are on the character right now. So many more to come. That thing's gonna be so goddamn decked out. Okay, so I had this door running. Let me just put it on this other one too. So this is what's so fucking beautiful about having these FSM templates, is that I could just copy paste it on all of them. So for this door, let's open up our quick object replacer. Say, oh no, not quick object replacer, easy collider. Gonna do this, and we're gonna put it on this, and then I'm going to select all these, hit box, and then hit finish, and then grab my door, and then add, use template, doors, standard rotate, and now should just hit play. And let me step down from my space. Ooh, that didn't work. Oh, you know why? Yeah, and I think if I go in here, it's gonna do the opposite, right? Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I have on this template as well, I think, did I put it in last time? Inspector, look at invert open away angles. So if I check this little box, and now if I interact with it, Still doesn't work, huh? No. So I do need to come up with a better system that's a little bit more universal. This one works though. But I want it to be just so I can click this little invert open. Is it doing that though? It checks in here. Door closed. Back to start opening. Oh, you know what? No, it does work, I think. Check it out. Look at. I have to stop playing the game though, because it happens in the initialization state. So now if I check this little box and hit play, I think it should work. Yeah, because the let me see. There we go. Yeah, now both of them work away. Nice. So that's why I fucking love templates so much, because it's literally just a bool that I could check, like say, nope, this template should make the door go in the other direction than the ones usually do. And what that is here in the initialization state, I have a get convert or a convert bool to float, and that's the bool invert open away angles. And if it's set to true, then I have it, the value that the door rotates is 90, but if it's set to false, which is most of them, it's negative 90. So by default, most of them will go to open away at negative 90. But if I want the door to open the other direction, all I have to do is check this little box for its template. Vom red. Okay, that is a spam that we're gonna get rid of. Report unwanted spam. See ya. I see. Smart. You can also deactivate. You can activate, deactivate the FSM in the inspector to reset it. That's right. That's right. I always forget that. I was telling my friends to do that yesterday, actually. When I teach my friend on the weekend. Oh, I was telling you about that. I teach my friends on the weekends how to do Playmaker stuff. And that's just like, you know who taught me that is actually Broken. Or Jean technically was the first person who told me turn it on and off, I think. Or it might have been Alex. But I didn't listen to them, foolishly. But then I remember I saw Broken doing it in a tutorial. I was like, all right, I need to start doing that. It's a time saver. Does this, so this works both ways? Does it close down too? These both close. Nice. Dude, I don't think I've walked into this room yet. I love this. This is one of the original, like, dreamy kind of, like when I was first coming up with the game, I was like, I just want to stand in one of these little foyers. I spent some good time in real ones now. So here are some mailboxes, which will all be dynamically, excuse me, set with whoever decides to live here. And their names will be set, and the mail that they receive will go there and everything. I can't go up these, right? Nope. Oh well. Let's set up those colliders later. But what else can I set up? What else can I set up? Should I try making a little, let's see. Man, where do you get the textures from? They look great. As do the UV maps. Bro, like, no PBRs in this thing. They're all just textures. Like, they don't have shit on them. They're all just image textures. No normal maps, no fucking, like, just nothing. And I get them from textures.com. Well, most of them from textures.com. And then I Photoshop the living hell out of them. And what else? I forget. There's a Sketchfab, like, depot kind of place. I think that's where I got these ones. This guard railing here, this sort of ornate metal stuff. I think I got that from, maybe, I think I might have gotten that from that Sketchfab website. Because that website, what I get a lot of is corrugated metals. And what else? Every now and then Google Images, but also these places right here, these storefronts, these are from Unsplash and Google Earth. So I'll go down to Street View, take a picture, take it into Photoshop, stretch it out, and like make it match a box better and like a grid better. I mean, and then I'll chop some of it up. Like, some of these are real places, and I just need to change the names of them. And they're also too modern. Like, some of them have those kind of stickers. Like, that did not exist in the 1960s. But yeah, this is just HDRP making flat fucking textures look beautiful. Am I gonna fall through? Nope. Yep. I'm super, like, I can't believe how well this works. Did you do any texture hunting when you were in France? Yeah, I have a lot of, like, reference photos. I was gonna use some of them, like, for the actual game, but then I found good comparable ones in textures.com that were already tiled and perfectly lit and chopped up and on my computer as opposed to on my phone, which I would have had to, like, email to myself or whatever. Like, I think the Eiffel Tower, that's a Photoshop job that I pulled from Unsplash, I think. And then some of them are just hand drawn, like these canopies. Like, I just made the little loop, you know, because just like they're red, nothing fancy. Or these bushes, I made a little a leaves brush and just painted those. This metal's like a big Photoshop job from metal plates. Yeah, some of them are just like I take a wood texture and like I change the levels and the hue, and that's it. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was gonna say what might be nice to do, because as who said it? I think it was Fusion was talking about the cars and the traffic and stuff. What if just for shits and giggles we do some little like cosmetic stuff and get these a little traffic system working, something modest, just to have cars kind of zipping around. Like, let's see, all one piece little car. So I'm gonna take it out of cities, and then I'll take this and delete them, and delete these, and I think that's good. Yeah, we'll minimize this, little yellow car, all one piece. Yo, homie, gonna split for tonight. Good to see you back on it. Thank you. We'll, of course, be lurking around the Discord. Have a good one. Chief, thanks, boss. Have a good one, man. Yeah, and your shit's looking good, too. I can't believe you're, like... You're basically done. You're just on that content tip now. So congrats on that, my dude. Thanks for swinging by. I'm gonna make this car... Fuck. What is the system? Do you just have it go to waypoints? I'm tempted to like do okay, hold on just a sec. I'm tempted to also, am I showing up on camera? I didn't even move my... Was I? I was good the whole time? Okay. Babooey. I'm honestly a little intimidated by this. Maybe I don't do this one right now. Is there anything cool I could do in other cities? I feel too intimidated to make a car, a little traffic system right now. Let's go to... Oh, wait, Morocco's not updated, huh? Dude, Morocco's looking so good in Blender right now, but I think this is the old version of it. This one still has some good stuff going on. I think at least, is this place done? It has all this. The elevator. Oh, maybe we should try putting the elevator templates on here. That's kind of a lot of work. Got all that. We do have an elevator. Maybe I do put this in here. These rooms, these are all prefabs right now, right? Or no, Morocco isn't baked. Yeah, maybe I don't do anything Morocco because I still want to import the blend proper. This is like a test. Elevator system. Bro, you want to see the elevator system for Berlin? Let's go to Berlin. Here we go. Wait, where is it? Berlin train. Let's see. Okay. Oh, you have an elevator system too. Right. Let's talk shop. Let's get some elevator. You should see where's my shit at? I got all these in here because I made templates for an elevator system. So basically, if I ever make an elevator system in a game that more or less works the same way, it's a really like a generic and adaptable thing. Check it out. You could do this webcam. Here's some of the notes for it. I think, yeah. Oops. But essentially the way it works is you have the dial, right? And the dials are on each floor as well as inside of the elevator. And they rotate from the bottom floor 180 degrees over to the top floor. Like this. This is that's a drawing of it. But it's based off of how many, do I have any other? I don't think so. No. I'll show you it working right now. Let's see. Stream. Okay. It is. Welcome to Berlin. What is it? Berlin. This is getting replaced, even though it looks super cool. I'll jock the design big time, but like that's just a real thing that I ripped. So in here, we have the elevator, and it's separated into, the parts are the elevator itself, right? This is the elevator cab, and this is actually unfinished because there needs to be an elevator cab proxy. I'm thinking I might do real or runtime nav mesh baking, but I've heard that runtime nav mesh baking is costly as fuck. So I'm gonna run some tests on it. If it does work, that would be amazing. Otherwise, I have some ideas. I have a pretty good idea of how to do a proxy thing. So if an NPC gets in an elevator, you know, if you've ever been in an elevator with NPCs, they gotta stay still. You know, if they're using nav mesh, which most of the time they are. If they're not using nav mesh and they're using some other cool fucking like collision detection raycast shit, that's cool too. But I have to use nav mesh because my brain is tiny. And yeah, so what the elevator system would be, if I can't get runtime nav mesh baking done, would be that they enter the elevator, but once the door closes, they get teleported just outside of the world space, like somewhere like even, you know, underneath the world, into a proxy elevator. And that proxy elevator is static, it's stationary, and it has nav mesh in it. And so they can walk around and you can like have a fight with an NPC in an elevator. But as soon as the doors open, it teleports you back. But the reason I want the difference, and I actually want moving the elevator, is because right now you could fucking hop into the elevator shaft, and you could. Let's just put the guy here. Let's put our character here. Game object. Align with you, and just 0, 0. Oh. 0, 0, 0. Okay. I guess we should put him down here first. Like that. And if I hit play... Did I do any of this? I think I might have skimmed across this last time. Hold on, let me get rid of this spam bot. Report. Boom. Okay. Okay. So... here's the elevator. We're on ground level right now, so you can see this little dial is all the way down here. This dial, it gets the amount of floors, so that's an input variable for it. It gets the amount of floors, divides it by 180, and then takes those increments and says that's how much I should incrementally move for each floor. And it can go back and forth. It can go from 1 to 5 to 3 to 7 to, you know, all over the place, and it'll always land perfectly. So you come down over here, and you hit the interact button. I don't know if this is... Oh, you know what I need to do? Let me do this. Hang on. Just to make it a little bit more exciting. Let's go to project settings, because I was doing tests on this before with HDR sky off. Is that all I was doing? Oh, and then type ambient? Yeah, okay. Now let's hit play. Nice and moody. Dude, look at that volumetric light in these lamps. They look so good. You can kind of see some of the dust. Ooh, shit, that's outside. And there's the lamp. I don't want this lamp. Okay. So, we're at ground level, right? And I come over here and I hit this button. It does have a tiny delay that I don't really like right now, but that's just a design preference I want to change. Opens the doors. Okay, and then I can, so you can see in here too, the doors close up behind you. We're still at ground level 1, but if I hit like one of these buttons, I wait for a second. You can even look over here in my editor. Oh wait, oh shit, collisions. Oh, it took off without me. Well, you can see it going up over there. What the fuck? Why didn't it take me with it? What? That's weird. Well, I'll show you the rest of the test from down here. The doors opened up there, and now somebody could take that. But if I press the button... Oh, also, look at... See? It's up at that floor now, the little thing says. And then I'll hit the button. And wait right here. And then you'll see that hand start moving down as the elevator starts coming. There it goes. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And there it goes. And now we're here. And I called it. It happens to the best. Yeah, totally. The thing is, it's so baffling that I was like, oh, can I just walk through these right now? I could walk through these, but the ground should be the same. I didn't change anything on my character controller. What is the deal? Super weird. Gizmos. It has a collider on it. I'm honestly just gonna try it one more time. I don't know why. Let's take me all the way to the top. 7th floor, going up. Come on. Oh, motherfucker. Why? Character. My character collider's there. Layer default. What's the deal? What's the deal? Interesting. And it lets me just put them right there. Yeah. Anyways, so that's the elevator system. It also currently has a sort of you can hit all the buttons, right? And it'll go to each of them that you called them in. The reason it's not totally like it works in as much as it'll go to the floor you call it to, and it'll store all the buttons that you did press. And that's fine, I guess, but I want it to work like a real elevator where it gets a condition of like, if it's moving down, it'll go to the floor that's closest to it first. So if you're at the bottom floor, you know that shitty thing that happens in real life where you're at the ground level and you call an elevator, but there's people that are calling an elevator back and forth between like the top 3 floors, so it just never comes to you, because as long as it's like goes up to 10 and then down to 9 and then up to 10 again and down to 8 and then to 9 and 8 and 10 and it'll just stay up there for just forever until people stop calling the elevator up there. I want it to do that, and currently it doesn't. And so that's why I haven't totally been satisfied with it. But yeah, that's the... Oh, I guess I could show you like the yellow. Yeah. So they're all templates, right? So I got the elevator dial hand FSM. And what are its... It doesn't have any outputs necessarily, or inputs, because all it does is elevator hand, find game object, get FSM, get parent. I think this one right here, this find game object, I was going to replace with find closest. So it basically gets whatever the closest elevator is, and it knows that should be it. And then the elevator buttons is an elevator button FSM, and the input they have is this button floor number. So you'll see that this is 0, and if you go up to the other floors, just like that, this button floor number is 1, etc. You know, you just keep going up, and it's like this one is going to be 2. See right there. And there was a point where I was like, I was riding on top of the elevator. Like in the elevator shaft, you should be able to like hop on top and like ride it up, you know? Classic spy shit. And then inside here, of course, it has every button for its floor. This same thing. Oh, the elevator cab itself, elevator manager. The elevator cab itself, I think, has multiple, right? It has two. It has elevator manager and elevator move. So elevator move does the thing where this is where it gets sloppy. It's just like I want to change this shit because I don't like the way it works. Like it works fine as long as you're not clipping through these colliders for whatever reason, but I don't like the logic here because it can't do that thing. Reminds me of Hitman, and that's a plus. Thanks. Yeah. Can you do that in Hitman? Ride between elevators and stuff? That's such a like. Yeah, I go bananas for that stuff. Anyways, what can I do? What can I do? Project set. I'm gonna change my project settings back to. I do need to sort that out sometime soon. There we go. Like, what can we change in here? Made those lights work. And oh, did you see the? Oh, I think you did, right? You saw my procedurally generated movie theater. Anything? There's not really much to do in Berlin. I mean, there is going to be, you know, down the line. But as far as like right now, what I want to focus on of things to program. I don't really feel like doing this jukebox right now. That's a whole thing. And we don't have any exports of the final songs yet. You know what might be good? Chairs. Let's go back to Paris and sort out the chairs, because I want to be able to sit down in chairs. Paris, cars, cafe building. Okay. Let me just... in Hitman Blood Money, you can climb onto the elevator shafts and Garrett, is that, am I saying that right? Targets from above. Oh. I never played Blood Money. I've only, in the last year, for the first time in my life, played Hitman, and I've been playing the 2016 ones. I've heard Blood Money's crazy, though. I do like that idea of being on elevator shafts to fuck with people. I gotta go to sleep. 2:20 a.m. God damn. I catch the VOD later when I'm at work to give me some comfort. Right on. Yeah, I'm glad I could provide that service. I would like to be the Bob Ross of game dev. Maybe not so sleepy. All right, man. Get some good rest. Have a very good night. Thanks for swinging by. Peace. Meanwhile, I continue something mundane, but also very important. Game object. Where's our character at? Character. Game object. Move to view. Maybe this is fine. It's good. Later, dude. Later. Late. Okay, so I think what this means is that I'm gonna have to download. Let's go to Mixamo. And let's get ourselves sign in. Ooh, daddy's getting hungry. Let's do a sit. Give me a sit animation. And the question is do we just have... I kind of like just snapping to it. If it's just like, oh, you're just sitting now. As opposed to actually playing a sitting animation. And that's... this is what's crazy is that with all the IK stuff, this might not even be an animation later. It might just be that I have them sit their ass down on whatever the chair is, so it's like, doesn't matter how big the chair is, you know? Oof. I cut my nails too short. Damn. Let's just do... Do we just do this one? The dress does get kind of fucked up, but whatever. It's a goddamn cartoony game. What about this one? Sitting idle? This is a good one. Yeah. Let's get that. Download. We're getting the Unity one, so it gives us character shit. I think that's why I get it. I don't know. Sometimes I do things thinking I know why. Neutral, we'll do sitting idle. Okay. And hop over to here. And also I'm gonna close Blender. Our work here is done. Okay. And put this here. Inspector. Hop over to, what are we doing? Prefabs, oh, this can be deleted. Prefabs in Mixamo, character, neutral, FBX downloads, sitting idle. You take this and you say it's humanoid, you apply, configure, and then I get rid of the toes. Okay. And oh, and apply. Done. And then the animation I'm grabbing from it, hitting Control D, call this sitting idle, and we're going to move it to the animations folder, and I'm going to make it loop. Hop over to the animator, sitting idle, like that. Let's put them like this. Actually, sitting idle should be to the side. There you go. All right, and then, oh boy, getting a little nervous about how I want to make the system work. All right, let's select this chair, and I'm going to reduce this screen size. This chair will open up the prefab, and we'll create an empty, and we'll call this sit here. Or do we call it like sit spot? Sit spot. Sit spot, sit point. Call it sit point. And we'll rotate it like this. So Z's facing forward. And I think that's like a good, I feel okay about that. Let's see, is it? Yeah. I feel good about that. Okay, that's a good enough spot. Maybe we move it forward, maybe we move it back. We'll find out. And then in Le Café Oubli chair, I'm gonna go over to this FSM, I believe is for the chair. Yes, so I'm gonna call this seat. and then we're gonna save this. Save template. I'm just gonna call it seat. Yes. And we're gonna go inside in category. It's gonna be the category objects. So that means I can quickly go to my objects menu whenever I want to paste this template. And we're gonna give it some input values. So the variables that we want are a bool for is occupied. Okay, and the tooltip is set to true when someone is sitting here, set to false when no one is sitting. Okay, so now if I hover over this, I always have my little tooltip there. All right, and another one. Okay, objects. Okay, blah blah blah. Yeah, that's good. The seat. If we're interacting with it, it goes here to the buffer, next frame, and then the actual sitting part, we will tell. Let me see in the variables. So the object FSM, when it sends the interaction, it says the set FSM game object sender. Right, so it's like the character who interacted with it. In seats, making a new variable, a new game object called sender, so it knows who interacted with it. Who sent the interact event. And this is where we're gonna say set position. Set the position of sender. Or honestly, what if you did like a, yeah, let's just do set position. At this initialized state, we're going to do a get position, and we're going to get the position of our sit point. Oh, I can't. Can I not? Oh, because it's a template. Da, da, da. Okay, that's all right. You go into here, new variable, sit point, and you go to edit, import, input. And then we could drag and drop this in here. Oh, I fucking love templates. Holy shit. I fucking love templates. Okay. So you get the position of that and you store it in a vector called sitPoint_v3. In the world space, yes. And then the sitting, we're gonna do world space as well. And you may as well just do like a set. No, I was gonna do a set parent, but that's unnecessary if you don't need to. Oh, and then animator play. This is a little hacky. I feel like I should be telling my character to be sitting. I might change this later, but yeah, let's just do this now. It's a little hacky. What is it? Sit idle. And yeah, because we're going to want to send an event. There is a state of controls for the player to be only in sitting mode, because right now when they look around, it'll rotate their body, but we want it to do this thing where it only rotates their head. So now they're just completely sitting still, and it doesn't have as drastic as of an effect. And then if you click it again, then what it should do is, see, this is why I want to have it send an event. We're going to do like a cheap version here just to kind of see if the illusion is there. And we'll say, this is hard because somebody else can come and interact with this seat when you're sitting there. Oh, interact event needs to check is occupied. Right, so this is what's interesting, is that when you're, okay, it's a whole damn thing. When you sit in a chair, you're interacting with this thing that is not occupied, so it's interactable. But when you interact with it, I should turn off the interactable option in the object FSM, so that way somebody else couldn't come along and hit interact and then suddenly they're, you know, like that, there's this conflict. And whether that's an NPC or a player, they shouldn't be able to send that interact option. But at the same time, the person sitting there should be able to send the interact option. So it needs to remain interactable, but only by the person sitting in it. Multiplayer thing, that sorts itself out because, well, actually it doesn't sort itself out, because that needs to be a networked variable. It needs to be a networked variable as to whether or not that chair is interactable. Woo, shit. But you know, just for shits and giggles, we're gonna see what happens when you know, when you just sit down. Let's just see let's just see if like it looks cool, because that's kind of what I just want to see right now. Let's see, saving it. I think that works. Let's find out. So I'm gonna make this like that. All right, so you can kind of look in the left screen as well as the right screen. All right, so we have our character walk over to it. Let me zoom out a little bit. Okay. All right. And then I go. Nothing happened. Seat. It didn't. It's disabled. Why is that? Why is that? It's weird because what am I looking at? That one's activated. I don't know why it says it's disabled. Object. Let me see. If I hit play. And then edit. It's disabled at runtime. Why? Goes here. Waits for an interact event. Why? Why do you get disabled? Object. And what's weird is it says disabled even though I can see that it's enabled with that little check mark. Get position. I'm gonna have it send here. Let's see what happens. Disabled. What's going on here? Why does it turn off and then on? Am I looking at the right thing? See. Oh, wait, what was I looking at? Hang on. So confusing. Let's play the game. It's time to play the game! Object, seat. Okay, we are sitting, or not sitting, but you know. And if I go over to it, and I hit interact. Oh, I didn't, I'm so dumb. Look at that. I don't know why it was originally showing me that whole disabled thing, but I also did forget to sit point v3, and then sitting idle is what it should have been. Sitting idle. There we go. Now let's try it. It's always the little things. All right, here we go. Let's turn off these gizmos so we can get a clear picture. Let's go for the touchdown. That's just the best. That kind of shit. Woo, look at it. It's time to play the game. And the chair knocked over. So yeah, there's some shit with like the collisions and the height of the player is totally incorrect. I need to make a fucking FSM for sitting. So in let's go down to the character. Let's see. And in, I think it's honestly on, yeah, because my the thing that's troublesome is like I want to be able to make a thing, a way that this chair interacts with people, with characters, that is generic enough to work for both players and NPCs. And to do that, I need to make the thing that makes you sit not on the player controls game objects, FSM stuff. I don't know if I want to put it on character, because that's where I have my ragdoll, which kind of makes sense. Like that's kind of like a state of the body. But it makes me wonder, do I make a thing that says, is the person that, is the thing, is the character that interacted with me an NPC? And if it is, then kind of, you know, run a different system. But if I do that, then I might be creating twice as much work for myself. But also, there are so many cases where the way I want the thing to interact with somebody is going to change. So I guess it doesn't matter. Like some things don't matter, and I can make it so it does for some things with that is NPC bool. Impossible. 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 I think I could just put it on controls. Yeah, I'll have it. It comes from the player interact. Let's look at the chair for a second here. Seat. It gets the one that it came from. It gets the game object that it came from. And so if it came from NPC, or if it came from player controls, then it will, if it came from a game object called controls, then that means a player interacted with it. I just don't want to have to send so much data between these things. Okay, I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. This is something that I'm going to have to sit down and like think over some more on a Trello board. And I also want to eat. So thanks to everybody who swung by. It was a nice lively chat with Luis and Zanchi. Rusty was here. Fusion was here. Unknown swung by for a minute. Broken Bones dipped in. And yeah, it was nice having y'all here. I don't know if anybody's still here right now. There is a small latency, so I'm going to give it a second to see if anybody will speak and say that they are here. Because sometimes I feel like I go, oh, is anybody here? And then like I'm signing off, and right as I hit the end button, somebody goes, see you later. And I'm like, ah, I didn't say bye. Yeah, hope you all are good. And I know I've really been wanting to kind of make more exciting streams. I think this is more exciting, right? I think these have been pretty fun. This is still not quite on par with what I want out of a stream, because a lot of today was like kind of showing off like things that were already done. But I want more of like the building and hit it play, and like it's just so fun when I get to, like, every now and then, like, making the devlogs and stuff, being able to go through the stream and kind of cut out little chunks of like, oh, I remember when I made that work, and like how fun it was, you know. I like those moments, and I want to get more of those on stream. So I'm gonna kind of I'll put in some work to figure out what sort of things would be fun to problem solve here. That kind of like this chair. Like, maybe I'll just wait to solve this chair issue for the next stream, because it's a little bit more manageable. I definitely don't want to design big systems on stream. I'll go through them with you guys, and maybe I will eventually at one point, but like that shit will get boring. And I also, a lot of that means I go over there to my couch and I just kind of like don't think about it for 5 minutes, and then suddenly the answer just kind of pops into my head, and then I come back here. That does not make for a good stream. So those I'll probably pass on, but other little kind of more exciting and maybe more templatable things will for sure make their way on. So yeah, I hope you all are good. Hope you all are taking care of yourselves. You'll be seeing more of me next week, perhaps during the week. I don't know. Maybe I'll dip in. I do miss doing this, but yeah, been busy, and yeah, get some good sleep. Take care of your body. Don't eat too much, don't eat too little. Cool it on the sugar. Maybe eat some more veggies. Get some exercise. Go out for a little walk. Work up a sweat if you can. Spend time with the people you love. So your friends and family, if they're not in the same room as you, then maybe give them a call. Do a little FaceTime. Okay, everybody. Fun chatting with you. Fun hanging out with you. I'll catch you all. Where is that shit? Very soon. Peace, 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 peace.